Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to make illustration of LANCER from Deltarune. Since people has been asking for a tutorial video over my Ralsei fan art I did previously, I decided to make a dedicated process video of this one. I always use A4 format on Photoshop to begin drawing. Next, I'm going to need references from the original LANCER, so my design wouldn't be stepping too far from its original design. After I got my reference, I began to sketch the idea I have in mind. I'm currently using Bamboo CTL pen tablet with brush set from Dan Lufisi. I'll put the link in the description down below. Once I'm done with the sketch, I usually flip the image and use Liquify tool to fix the crooked image. Now with dark background, everything is a lot easier, since you could get the shade of dark color automatically along when you paint the color. With the color palette from the original, I began to paint. Notice that I use separate layer under the sketch layer and above the background layer. You will also need reference of art style. It's very important. In this case, I use Dan Lufisi as my guidance, since he is my favorite artist. But I usually use more reference from various artists I found on the internet. I love the idea of his fate becoming a visor of some sort. I'll stick with that idea. I always imagine that Lancer is a little fluffy, so I'd like to add some little fur on his cheeks. I use Burn tool to cast soft shadow. It's a lot easier and faster in my opinion. It is the fundamental of making 3D object. It needs highlight and shadow, just like making a ball, an illusion of volume. For some reason, I still don't like how his body looks. It's too rounded and unreal to me, so I decided to revamp his armor a little bit. And also adding a cape seems like a good idea at this point. I'm now adding scratch details on the body armor to emphasize its badassness. Damaged metal always give a tough look. Now it's time for hard highlights. I love this part. It's the part where it makes your painting really stands out and looks really cool. I usually use white palette to start and blend them slowly towards the edges. I used two light sources this time, one from the right and one from up top. So every surface facing towards the light will reflect its shines. Lastly, I gave the background a backlight to make the character pop even more. Give it some overshot lights, and play around with the curve filter. Finally, some bokeh filters, and smoke dust. That's it, we finally finished our piece right here. There we have our Lancer boy. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you support my video and my channel, click that subscribe button right now. More importantly, please share this video with your fellow Deltarune fans. I'm really looking forward for chapter 2 of this game. Check out my DeviantArt site on Adry53.deviantart.com, and I have done 3 Ralsei in a row. Gosh, I really love Ralsei. See you on the next time on another video. Bye bye.